Hello there, YouTubers. I'm doing about 50 million things today. I'm kind of like a ping pong ball in a wind tunnel, bouncing off this, bouncing off that, bouncing off my head. Just like I said, a little bit of everything. I found this. The one guy mentioned, why don't you put some tin over those rollers, and I think I'm going to try that. Do I think it's going to work? I don't know. Here's what I do know though about tin. It sweats. And so if it's flat up there, because it's hot and cold, it's going to sweat. And if it sweats, it's going to just drip like it's raining outside anyway. So I don't know whether it'll work. I don't even know if I'll get from here to the front anyway. These things are, I don't know, about 25 foot long. Don't ask me where I got them. I mean, they're left over from some job. There's a goofy kind of knot here I want to put in, but I don't know what it is. I think it's so that doesn't slide. I think the bottom one's got to be one of those hitches too. I don't know what it is. Every now and then I get lucky and make that knot. And I'm having problems with my arm. I had many years ago, I had problems where I ended up getting an MRI. I could not even buckle my belt or anything like that, and went to the orthopedic surgeon, and he says, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. He took x-rays, and about 3 days later it was so much worse I was practically crying. Went back up, they did an MRI, and they found a major ligament in my arm was ripped, and they couldn't fix it. I've said this in the past. Well, it seems to be acting up again. He said the other ones were going to take the place of it, which I don't know. It hurts. And because it hurts, I don't feel like doing a whole lot. I can use some of it, but I can't use all of it. Well, think that's going to make it all the way to the front? I don't know. I think I need to do this so it comes over further, so I need to pull this. It doesn't pull around this tin very good. There you go. Think it'll drag all the way to the front, guys? You can't see that whole thing, can you? Well, I don't know what to tie it on here. I want to tie it on both sides. Of course, you're not in there now. You can see how long these are. Maybe you couldn't see. Yeah, you can kind of see how long it is. That's the kind of knot I got in it. There's a name for that kind of knot, but I don't know what it is. I think I need to be high on that side over there. Just the way the turn is down there. So I can make the turn. I got no idea whether this is going to make it that far. But we're going to find out. I guess I'll just kind of, once again, you're not in the camera. Sure would be nice to have a camera person. We're going to see if this makes it or not. I might only get a few feet. What I did over here, I'm going to throw the tripod in here. And I'll be looking everywhere, so I don't know where this tripod's going to be. This all I did is loop it around there a couple times and tighten it in the vise. I'll go a few feet and see if we can make it. I know it's going to scratch and grind up the stuff a little bit, but I don't really care. This just been leftover crap. So, how far will I get? You can't even see it there, can you? I can't see it at all, but it's moving. I don't know whether you can see it back there or not. It's a moving. You can't, I don't think you can see it through there. Well, you can hear it too. I got a knot over here on the ground. I have to make sure it goes over that. See if it's up high in the front. No, it might hit that. It might hit that root there. Of course, that went over to the side, so it's not pulling it even like I wanted it to. And that one's the wrong hook at the bottom, I know. So this is coming up. I'm probably going to lose it. Let me go a little bit and mowed a lot of grass today. Let's see if I got over it. Still not over it. It might make it. Nah. Made it over it now. Move this goofy thing back. There. We'll try again. I didn't feel like hooking that trailer up just to take his tin up there, to be honest with you. Lazy. I guess I can hear it back there, so if I can hear it, I know it's coming along. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's quiet here. I guess this is soft. Oh, I meant to get a broom. Hold on. Meant to get a broom because, like I said, I'm working on 50 million things. That's up pretty good and even now. I might make it. Look at where it got screwed up from place to place. Who knows what happened there? Don't really care. It'll cover up pretty much of that. Somewhere in here I got a broom. Doesn't look like I've ever used it, but I really do have a broom in here. I don't want that broom. That's the wrong broom. Probably be a good broom though. Maybe I'll take it. Doesn't really matter. I know I got a different broom in here. That's what I like being a janitor. They throw this away because the handle was broke off in there. I said, man, I can get that out. Just throw it away. All right, throw it away in my trunk. Oh, I cleaned this out. Man, this thing's too dirty to set in there, but that's where it's got to go. All right, back on the road again. I can hear it back there. It'll hit something solid, or that rope will hit something solid, and you'll see me flying out through the front of this, like on the cartoons. It called for another heavy rain today. Kind of muddy out. This is where I had to make the turn. It made the turn pretty good. It's quiet down there because it's in mud. This might not make it up there. Sorry, I gotta look back and see. Haven't lost it yet. Here's what we're working on. A couple things. Number one, we made it. That's a miracle. Somebody knows what kind of knots those are. Undo that, undo this. Somehow they tighten up on things, but it would work better, I guess, if it I can undo that, undo that, undo that. I did, this is Trex up here. That comes down and can go over there someplace. That's a good place for it. Doesn't have to be very wide. Those almost look level, don't they? Got this tarp off today, and when I got the tarp off, there was a wasp nest underneath of it. They got me, but he didn't live to tell about it. This is what I got the broom for. I wanted to sweep this off. So I'm gonna sweep that off, and then I guess I'll show you pulling those. Well, I'll show you what else I'm working on. How's that? Because like I said, I'm working on 50 million things. I always do that. I can't ever concentrate on one thing and finish one thing, because I don't think anything I ever do is finished. Because there's always, oh, I want to do a little more, oh, I want to do a little more, oh, I want to do a little more. Some of it is I just never finish it. Anyhow, I was getting these, and all I do is mark them off in 2 inches, then go a foot on those. I drill the holes in there. I drilled a set already, because like I said, I'm going to put that on here. I could put the tin over these also, but I kind of like the way the plastic is clear and lets the sun go in there and help bake it. So I got to do this one and that one also. But I got the strip on there. Here's all I do, because they're all measured off, is all I do is put a screw in there and one screw in there, and it seems to hold them. I do hit these from time to time. I'm sure I've hit that one because it doesn't look right. And maybe the wind got it. I don't know. It doesn't look too bent. But put the wobble wire in there. If you've never seen that, I'll try to get that on there. It's on a past video if you want to see it. I have no idea what video number it is. So I was doing that. I was loading stuff up in the truck. I did grass mowing. I did cleaning up. Still cleaning up the sawmill so it starts to look like a sawmill. I think I'll probably do that the rest of my life. I cut the grass back here where the sawdust blower is going to go. So that's all cleaned up back here. So I have this tin. I also have this tin here, but I kind of had that allocated for something, but I don't remember what. Anyhow, oh, here's the plastic for that. If we get to that point, this is stuff I've had. I ordered it a long time ago when I did the last video. I'll unwrap it and put that up. Oh, let's see. I guess you don't. It'd be probably more interesting to see me try to hook that goofy tin up there. That'd probably be more fun to watch than, I don't know, I guess it'd be better to do it this way. That'd probably be more fun to watch than me playing with plastic, cutting plastic. I see one of those is longer than the other. Down here. Left over from some building, I got no idea. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. I was just gonna cut that up and throw it away. I think I want to put a pair of mittens on, because, oh, what's in there? Got a feeling that tin could probably waste you real quick, cut a hand pretty quick. So, looks like I ought to run a broom on this. Maybe once it's up there I'll run a broom on it. Well, I can't overlap it then. Who knows what I'm going to do, guys? I don't know from 1 minute to the next. I could use a broom. I'll try the broom. The other broom was shorter. Guess I could tip it upside down, but the broom's kind of roughing it up a little bit. Oh man, there's holes through there. That buckled, I bet. But I know how to fix those. All right, there we go. I needed the broom for up here on the deck. I wanted to sweep that off. But I don't think that I want to use tin up there on the rollers for a permanent thing, because it's just, number one, it's going to sweat. Number two, to do the change might be a real pain. In other words, when you take it off because you want to saw, that might be a monumental pain in the butt. Don't know. Just saying. Ow. Woo! Yeah, this one here is a little kinky. Both of them are a little kinky. I'll bet they launched somewhere along the line. I guess in that case, I guess you can see it kinking down here. I guess that's just the way it's going to be. Really wasn't planning on that. I'll hold this back. I need to sweep that off anyway. Well, that's all flattened out there. That ain't gonna work too good, but whew. I guess you're in the screen. I should have it the other way around, I think. Yeah, I know I should have it the other way around because I don't know. We'll have to see. This is kind of like a trial and error thing. I need a set of steps off the back here. This is getting all filled up anyway, so it doesn't matter. And it's hot out here. I guess it's in the 90s. Yeah, it's just gonna buckle there, and that's all there is to it. That's what I was saying. This probably ought to be at the other end, because then it'll make the water want to flow this way, in my opinion. Of course, what do I know? If I put that on there that way, yeah, I think I want those things on the outside. Let me try. Think I can get this turned around? I doubt it. Woo! That's a lot to turn around. Sometimes you just need some help. And there ain't no help to be had around this place. Ain't no help to be had around this place. Ain't help. Ain't making matters no better, is it? I think this piece of tin's about 30 foot. Right here, we're gonna flip this around. This one's got to be flipped around too. Oh man. video a lot of stuff. I don't even know if you can hear me out here at this point. That was a total pain in the butt. If you think I'm gonna put that tin on and off every time I go to run the sawmill, you're crazier than I am. That's one of the reasons I'm not gonna put the tin on there, because I'm not putting up with that nonsense every time I want to put that up on there. That was a total, and plus now it's got to be tied down, and you got to tie that down, and oh my goodness, go out and buy yourself a half a dozen bungee cords, and then it's just going to squeeze together. That was a pain, royal pain. It looks good, but if those things heat up and condensate and sweat, you're not gaining nothing. You're not gaining a thing. So I'll pull this one up and try to clamp down. I think at this point it'll go over that bad spot right there and probably take it up to there. But this is what, with a helper, a 5-minute job maybe. Somebody asked me why I don't work on this mill. It's because it's the old mill's a lot lighter, and everything I could do with it, I could do with it. It wasn't too much of a problem. I could lift this mill here is a lot heavier than that double lot mill in the back. A lot heavier. Which I knew that when I got it. That wasn't the problem. You can't put heavy enough boards on there, I don't think, to hold that down. It's not quite in the rut there. It's got to get in that rut. I think I'll probably put some screws in it and screw it down. Whew. But the water ain't going to run off of it. It's going to sit here and puddle right about here where the bend is. But this is a high spot. And here, well, this is even higher. Well, it might settle down. But if you think I'm going to put that on and off every time I need to run that sawmill, ain't no way. And if you put it up and hinged it, okay, I thought about that, make a frame and hinge it, then it'd be out too far, so it'd be a pain in the butt to reach in there. So that's not the solution to it. The one solution that the one guy said, which is true, is extend your building out. As soon as he sends me the $40,000 to do that, we will do that. But I already looked into that. To put this up like that is another 40 grand or 30 grand, somewhere around there. I don't remember what it was. When the guys put the roof on for me, because I paid to have the roof put on, I talked to them about it, and it was just crazy, because you got that pole, that pole, that pole down there, and there's I think another one down there. That's why if you see over there, see the I can't think what it's called. It's the same thing as that over there. See the mark on it, that holds that line true, because I was planning on doing that. But I don't have that much money in this building right here now, because all the wood is wood I sawed, except for the trusses. And the trusses, this set of trusses here, I got for 500 bucks because somebody screwed up their order. Now, if I could find another set that matched those for 500 bucks, I think there's 5 of them up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 of them. They cost me 500 bucks. And they're 40 foot wide. I don't know what the pitch is. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I don't know that. Look at a chipmunk over there. Saying, what's going on? You're getting noisy, waking him up. So I'm going to sweep this off. You can see the wibbles and wobbles in there. And I gotta, like I said, the only way that's going to stay on is if you tie it off. And if you tie it wrong, it's still going to blow off and not cover up. And look at that, it's going to condensate on there. It needs a board underneath there. I'm afraid that ain't the way to go, guys. I just don't think it is. But for now, I don't feel like doing anything else. It's hot out here. It's 95, 96 degrees. I'm going to cut my plastic before the storm comes in. I'm working on this thing. Anybody knows about these? I went on to YouTube to figure out how to fix it, and I couldn't find the repairs on anything on this on YouTube. Is what the problem is this part right here. Okay, the spring here doesn't go back and forth unless you clip it, and I know that's what this is. So if I put it that way and push that thing over, I put that press pin in there. If you can see that, I just put that press pin in there. You can probably see it through there, because I thought that's what it needed to match the press pin that was on this side. But see, that'll turn it one way, but it won't. That'll turn it one way, but won't turn the other way, and that's what releases and latches that thing. So that must have had something with a loop in it, is all I can figure. It must have had some kind of thing with a loop in it. I just don't know. But I know it doesn't work right. That's the thing that I'm going to use to take that transmission out of over there. I'm going to bring in the pterodactyl and do that. So anyway, this is trying to get you guys something. I'm working on stuff, but you can see it's muddy down here again. There's water everywhere from the rain last night, and it's clouding up now. They say I know you can't see the clouds too much in there. They said there's going to be another one coming in this afternoon. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get that covered up. I did that in the past, so it'd just be a repeat. So for now, just do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell if you want to be notified the next time I put a video on. So thanks for coming along. Bye-bye.